Thanks for coming in, and welcome to the Sunflower Police Department. I'm Alex, the IT manager.
Hi, Alex. My name is Vincent Mallett, and I am an outside sales rep for Dell.
Well, I'm glad you're here, but I do have to say, every time I hear from Dell, it's a different sales rep. It's starting to make my head spin, to be honest.
How did you like Brewster University?
Oh, those were the days. But I'm proud to say it's in my first rodeo. I've been working in law enforcement ever since.
How has your time been at the police department?
Sunflower is one of the safest cities in the nation. We here at the department are committed to keeping it that way.
What got you into technology?
Now, before we dive too deep into that, I'm wondering if you have an agenda. I got a meeting to get to very soon, so let's get to it.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and share my agenda.
Well, I'm not sure about your agenda, and I'm short on time, but we'll just have to keep moving.
Okay, so my agenda today is to ask you some questions, and then I want to share some information about Dell Rugged Notebooks, and hopefully it will be a good solution for you.
Well, now would be a good time for y'all to ask me about the issues we're having with our notebooks.
Can I ask you some questions?
Why, sure. The more questions you ask, the more help you'll be.
What made you search Dell?
Well, you know everything's bigger here in Texas. You guys are the biggest, so there you go.
How old are the current laptops you use?
And the notebooks we have now were purchased before I arrived, and they're old as dirt, and they have too many issues. If you have notebooks that address those issues, well, that's going to make my day.
How many notebooks would you say you need?
So, what exactly are you saying?
How many notebooks would you say you need?
We just need notebooks for 160 officers.
What issues are you currently having with the ones you have?
Well, we need better notebooks for our officers. The ones we have too many issues, and they've even crashed our entire system.
How did they crash the system? Coffee story.
Well, 2 years ago, one of our officers was doing a graveyard shift and drinking coffee. Somehow he spilled it on his notebook, and that was it. Our entire system went down for a day and a half. Well, the officers walk by my cubicle now and yell, "Coffee down," like it's a joke. But it wasn't funny. We got to get waterproof notebooks in here. That's for darn sure.
Are you currently having any other issues?
Look, I lose sleep thinking about an officer in a dangerous situation, losing communications with dispatch because of these daggum notebooks. Well, it's a problem.
Are there any other issues?
Well, you know our officers can find themselves in dangerous situations that can go on for hours. Just when they need their notebooks most, they lose power. Well, the daggum batteries just don't hold up.
How would you say this is impacting the department as a whole?
Well, I'll tell you this. Officers need the right tools to be effective, and our current notebooks are not good. Officers have lost trust in the IT department because the notebooks have so many issues.
What made the officers lose trust?
Well, the coffee down event was the only time it crashed like that, but it made me realize how bad these notebooks really are. They really do have a lot of issues.
What would happen if you are able to get new notebooks?
Well, better notebooks will improve officer effectiveness, and that will help us maintain Sunflower's high quality of life.
What would be the scenario if you got new notebooks?
I'm not sure I understand you. Let's move on to something else.
What would happen if you are not able to get new notebooks? Notebooks.
Well, the long and short of it is that the current notebooks have so many issues it's reducing officer effectiveness, and eventually that will threaten Sunflower's high quality of life, and that won't be good.
Sounds to me like you need new notebooks. Notebooks.
Officers' notebooks are key to their job. The ones we have now are as old as dirt. They just have too many issues. If you have notebooks that address these issues, I'd be pleased as punch.
I have gathered that you are looking for new notebooks that are waterproof, have backlit keys, better battery, and a good docking station. Is that correct?
Now, that seems about right.
Would you be interested in a presentation of details about our product that could solve your problems?
You know, there's one thing I should mention. Now, this happened before my time, but I was told the department had some pretty bad support experiences with Dell back in the day.
What was it?
All right. So now I need you to tell me about Dell notebook features that will specifically address my particular issues. If you can, that is.
Here at Dell, we offer not only technology solutions to police departments, but also different organizations all around the world to help maintain great communication and technology services for all.
I'd say you got that right.
We do strive in 3 key areas as well.
I didn't get that. Try asking me another question.
The first is smarter design. We go beyond in giving the best opportunity for first responders all around.
Well, now that's good. It sounds like Dell's thinking about the officer in the field.
The second is optional field productivity, because responders can get a job done with great connectivity, waterproof laptops, swappable batteries, and backlit keys.
Well, now those are good features to hear about.
The third is intelligent IT, which gives flexible deployments and has a great docking station.
So, our current notebooks dock okay in the squad cars, but when officers come into the precinct, there are no good docks for them to use at their desks. Well, if you have a solution for that, you'll make my day.
In September of 2018, a level 3 hurricane swung across Brabham, Florida. Officers went door to door to check on residents. In the end, officers had their rugged laptops to maintain communication and share critical information. 100% of the laptops withstood the rain.
You know, extreme weather is a concern because we've got a lot of it here in Texas. Good to know that your notebooks would be up to the task.
In November 2016, prisoners escaped from a prison in Boris, Alabama. The police ultimately decided to raid 4 different locations in the middle of the night. With help of the Dell Rugged Notebooks backlit keys, was a success, and the victims that day were caught.
Well, we do a lot of nighttime work around here, so that's good to hear.
In July of 2017, there was a flash mob with people stealing stuff. With the help of Dell Rugged's great communication, 75% of them were caught at the spot.
Well, that sounds right to me.
Overall, do you believe that Dell Rugged Notebooks can help you meet your goals?
If I can maintain Sunflower's low crime rate, I'll know that I'm running with the big dogs.
I say I'm done with the presentation. Let's move on.
So, I do feel good about Dell, and it seems like your rugged line has potential, but I do have a concern.
What would be your concern?
Look, we're a middle-sized town in rural Texas, and the city council's as tight as a fiddle string. We can't afford military prices. Your notebooks sound great, but I'm thinking they're going to be out of our reach budget-wise. I can't present your product to my boss if it's going to break the bank.
I totally get where you are coming from, Alex. Budget is always an important consideration, especially for a police department.
Okay, well, that's good to know. I feel better knowing you work with other law enforcement agencies.
And I have some great news. We do offer a cheaper option, which is a semi-rugged 5000, which has similar features, but is more budget friendly.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm in. You've got a great product, and I honestly think it's going to meet our needs. What are the next steps?
I believe meeting again to discuss a deal is a great idea. Are you available tomorrow around 1 by chance?
I think Sherry's out next week. I apologize for the short notice, but is there any chance we can meet with y'all tomorrow morning at 7:30?
Yes. Tomorrow morning at 7:30 works great. I will send over the invite here shortly. Thank you very much for meeting with me.
Okay, great. I'll let Sherry know, and please bring along one of those Dell